Hello, listeners, and welcome to another edition of the Maritime Melting Pot Radio Hour, right here on CFTA 107.9 Tantramar Community Radio. I'm your host, Eric Beersworth. We have a special episode for you this week and next. Showcases on the East Coast Music Awards, the nominees, the showcase artists, and the winners of the award show, which was held last week in Charlottetown, PEI. Our first artist is Jeremy Dutcher from Tobique First Nations.
Eduji bema
right, welcome back. You just heard Tobic First Nations artist Jeremy Dutcher with his beautifully haunting track called Pomak Naka Pakatuenskuis, and I'll apologize now for my pronunciation. And that track was off his Juno Award-winning and Polaris Prize-winning record, Woollastuk Lintu Wakanawa. Jeremy was nominated for 5 ECMAs this year and ended up taking home 2 ECMA awards for Contemporary Roots Recording of the Year and Rising Star Recording of the Year. I took part in the ECMAs in Charlottetown this year, and I had a chance to catch this next act live. A heck of a show, young musicians, I want to say in their 20s, very different sound, very energetic. This is The Brood from their album Transistor. This song's called Munchies. That's a disco dancey-inspired number by The Brood called The Munchies. This next artist is from Melbourne, Australia, and took part in the ECMAs as an AusCan artist, which is a partnership showcasing Australian artists. We send artists over from the East Coast to their showcase and award shows, and in turn, they send Australian artists back. The first day of the conference, I was running a little bit late. I head into the workshop. Of course, I'm that last person. There's one seat left, and I sit down in that seat next to a long-haired fella, young, hip-looking. This ended up being our artist, Sean Kirk. Sean is a one-man band, a blues guitar player who also plays the harp and plays a full set of drums. He told me he was a blues musician. I had no idea he was a one-man band, and I had a chance to catch Sean at the AusCan Showcase. Great performer. We made a connection, so expect to see him back on the East Coast next year, 2020. This is off his debut album, Howlin' at the Moon. This is Sean Kirk with the title track of the same album, Howlin' at the Moon.
Tossing, turning in my bed. Another sleepless night, nobody by my side. Eyes are burning, bloodshot red. Tucked in, oh, so tied to this nightmare. Howling at the moon. I'm all tied up in regret. How I let you down. Now my heart is bound to this sorrow. Leaves me dead. Every tear I've cried since you left will never wash away all my mistakes. Out of the blue, I didn't see it coming. Gravity came to land me here with nothing. Took my world from me, and now I'm spinning round and round and round, howling at the moon. I've been stumbling down a dark road, getting oh so high under the midnight sky. Every morning when I'm falling, I wonder why it's like blood from a stone. This troubled life of mine should have seen it coming. Gravity came to land me here with nothing, 'cause I'm too blind to see. Trying to fly free from pain only brings me down, so I keep howling at the moon. Howling at the Can you hear me calling out? Can you hear me calling out for you? Can you hear me calling? Can you hear me calling out? Can you hear me calling out for you? Can you hear me calling? Can you hear me calling out? Can you hear me calling out for you? Howling at the moon. Howling at the moon.
just tuning in, you're listening to 107.9 CFTA Tantramar Community Radio. And that was Sean Kirk, who was Howlin' at the Moon. That was a Melbourne, Australian artist who took part in the ECMAs last week in Charlottetown, PEI. This next artist is from Cape Breton, Nova Scotia. Her name's Mary Beth Cardy. And last year, she took home Francophone Album of the Year at the 2018 ECMAs. She wasn't nominated this year, but did a fine job showcasing as a Cape Breton artist. This is her foot-stomping accordion track called Anthony.
Touch my hand. Anthony, you are a bassist in a band. Oh, Anthony, it's clear. Although I know you can't afford to buy another beer. Oh, Anthony, I love you just the same. And quite frankly, we're a good match. Oh, Anthony, if there was someone you could catch, please say it would be me. I'd jump into your net and climb out of the sea. Oh, light the fire and let the signals rise. Is gone, and crocuses are peeping out through student lawns. The sun beams down outside, and governments collapse while citizens abide. Oh, Anthony, our paths will soon collide. And Anthony, when meet they do, oh, I'm not sure exactly how to speak to you. What language or what truth? Remain distant or invite you to come to my kissing booth. No, I don't want to beat around the bush. No. Fateful hour when branches break and laurels tumble from the bower. You cannot pick them up, at least that's what they told you when you tried to run amok. Oh, Anthony, don't listen to the liars. And Anthony, what would they say if paint were spilled and my art turned from red to gray? Our color's absolute, as much as any feeling that the judges would refute. Oh, Anthony, our trial would be brute. Have turned, and I'm afraid the man you saw me with has burned a map onto my mind of places he and I would go if I left you behind. Oh, Anthony, how fast the seasons change. But Anthony, if we could dance, well, Anthony, that might be our only chance to hold each other close. We're born up on a bed, but we live up on the coast. Oh, Anthony, I raise to you this toast.
That was Cape Breton artist Mary Beth Cardy performing Anthony from her album Les Bien Numb. And I can't get enough of that track. I've been listening to it daily since I first heard it about a couple of weeks ago. Great little jig. This next band from St. John, Tomato, just released an album, Canary in a Coal Mine. This is a little bit of a different sound for the band from St. John. This is off that album. It's You Don't Know Anything.
Drink cold coffee in a hotel lobby, long into the night. Excuse to stand and dry, crumbled from his mouth. There was no debate to manipulate. I just stared him in the eye. Whispers turned to cries. Everybody heard him shout. He said, "You don't know, you don't know, you don't know, you don't know anything. You're upset and easily confused." He said, "You don't know, you don't know, you don't know, you don't know anything. Give it up, you're always gonna lose." Shy smile, sweet as pie, that's the man I met. A halo round his head, pouring out the charm. But his heart was wicked and his words were twisted, spinning his abuse. No cover for the truth or the bruises on my arm. He said, "You don't know, you don't know, you don't know, you don't know anything. You're upset and easily confused." He said, "You don't know, you don't know, you don't know, you don't know anything. Give it up, you're always gonna lose." What he didn't care to know is there's iron buried in my bones. The salt collected in my tears is made of courage, not of fear. Deflated, he escalated, talking with his hands. He took a fighter stance as the bell began to round. I stood up tall and like a wrecking ball, delivered him a blow. Said he could cut the show. I had him figured out. Now stay there on the ground. I said, "You don't know, you don't know, you don't know, you don't know anything. You're upset and easily confused." I said, "You don't know, you don't know, you don't know, you don't know anything. Give it up, you're always gonna lose." I said, "You don't know, you don't know, you don't know, you don't know anything."
I do know one thing. You're tuned into the Maritime Melting Pot Radio Hour right here on CFTA 107.9 Tantramar Community Radio. And you just heard Tomato with their track, You Don't Know Anything. You're tuned into a special episode showcasing the ECMA Awards, which took place last week in Charlottetown, PEI. I had a chance to take part in the awards and was able to catch this next trio who hail from PEI. This is the East Pointers with their Song of the Year, 2 Weeks.
Monday morning, minus 18. Another WestJet YYG to Calgary. I always knew she'd get used to me leaving Sunday. Loveless words now, her tears have run dry. I can tell by the way she doesn't hold me as tight. And she's thinking maybe she's better off alone. Nobody warned me, nobody told me I'd leave there so broken, come back so lonely. I'm killing my soul for the life that I'm leaving behind. weeks on it, 2 weeks off. My blood is wearing thin and my stomach's in knots. Too much thinking about the time you've lost when it's 2 weeks on it, 2 weeks off. I punch in, hide the whiskey on my breath. By the time the night comes, I take whatever I can get. Blowing black on money, I should have sent home. 2 more days and I'm East Coast bound. I'll be praying she's there when the wheels touch down. Maybe there's a job home that'll keep me this time. Nobody warned me, nobody told me I'd be there so broken, come back so lonely. I'm killing my soul for the life that I'm leaving behind. 2 weeks on it, 2 weeks off. My blood is wearing thin and my stomach's in knots. Too much thinking about the time you've lost when it's 2 weeks on it, 2 weeks off. So broken, come back so lonely. 2 weeks on it, 2 weeks off. My blood is wearing thin and my stomach's in knots. Too much thinking about the time you've lost when it's 2 weeks on it, 2 weeks off. Minus 18, another wish jet, YYG to Calgary.
That was the East Pointers with their track 2 Weeks, a song that I'm sure hits close to home for a lot of Maritimers. It's a track about having to leave the East Coast to go work out west. This next trio is from Fredericton, New Brunswick, and was nominated for Instrumental Recording of the Year. This is Joyful Noise with their track Quantum Fish Sticks. Joyful Noise with their song Quantum Fish Sticks. From fish sticks to whales, this next track is from Jimmy Rankin, one of the most famed Canadian singer-songwriters of all time. He has 29 ECMAs under his belt, 7 Canadian Country Music Awards, 9 SOCAN Awards, and 2 Music Nova Scotia Awards. This is Jimmy Rankin, who was nominated for Fans' Choice Video of the Year and Contemporary Roots Recording of the Year. This is his track, Haul Away the Whale.
In 1994, a whale washed up on the western shore. Way, haul away the whale. We rushed down to the courthouse there to hear the case and the judge declare. Way, haul away the whale. 50 tons of TNT will blow that beast right back to sea. Drain the taps, crawl back for more. Way, haul away the whale. A brawl broke out at the Admiral, one left hook and down he fell. Way, haul away the whale. 50 tons of TNT will blow that beast right back to sea. Way, haul away the whale. Stratford girls are mighty fey, they'll dance all night and sleep all day. Way, haul away the whale. But Omaha is the place to be if you like your shine and your homemade cheese. Way, haul away the whale. 50 tons of TNT will blow that beast right back to sea. Way, haul away the whale. The day was in one hell of a mess as we rolled out for Inverness. Way, haul away the whale. At the bar and below the weather, the band sang out, we'll go together. Way, haul away the whale. 50 tons of TNT will blow that beast right back to sea. Way, haul away the whale. That sweet lass from Dunvegan, she stepped out and I stepped in. Way, haul away the whale. He said, if you're passing through Margree, you must stop in for toasting me. Way, haul away the whale. 50 tons of TNT will blow that beast right back to sea. Way, haul away the whale. Along the shores of Shepody Camp, the people are fine, but the weather is damp. Way, haul away the whale. Further up in English, they serve frosting with their fish. Way, haul away the whale. 50 tons of TNT will blow that beast right back to sea. Way, haul away the whale. I knew a lad from a Whitney pier with a lamp in the dark, he'd hunt for deer. Late one night, the light grew dim, the law came around and arrested him. Way, haul away the whale. 50 tons of TNT will blow that beast right back to sea. Way, haul away the whale. The story has a tragic side, they blew that beast to PI. Way, haul away the whale. 50 tons of TNT will blow that beast right back to sea. Way, haul away the whale. 50 tons of TNT, haul away the whale. 50 tons of TNT, haul away the whale. Haul away the whale.
That was Jimmy Rankin with Haul Away the Whale. This next artist is from Halifax, Nova Scotia, and she was a showcase artist and also a conference speaker at the ECMAs last week. She was nominated for Video of the Year, as well as Fans' Choice Video of the Year. This is Christina Martin with It'll Be Alright. That was Christina Martin with It'll Be Alright. You're tuning into the Maritime Melting Pot Radio Hour on CFTA 107.9 Tantramar Community Radio. Special edition of the ECMA Awards held last week in Charlottetown, PEI. My business, Parkindale Productions, was lucky enough to present the one and only NB date of the CD release of this next artist, who went on to take home Songwriter of the Year at the award ceremony last week. This is Ben Kaplan with I Got Me a Woman.
She's so good to me.
So good to me.
I got me a woman, she's the girl of my dream.
Girl of my dream.
Oh, I got me a woman, and she is so kind.
She is so
she is so fine. Oh, I got me a woman, she keeps me in line. Oh, I got me a woman gone far away. I got me a woman, she'll be back someday. Yeah, la da 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 da, la da 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 da. Oh, la da 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 da, la da 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 Oh, I got me a woman, she's so good to me.
So good to me.
Oh, I got me a woman, she's the girl of my dreams. Oh, I got me a woman, and she is so kind.
So kind.
Oh, I got me a woman, and she's on my mind.
That was I Got Me a Woman by Ben Kaplan. And Ben took home Songwriter of the Year last week at ECMA's in Charlottetown, PEI. This next artist was nominated for Country Recording of the Year. This is Ryan Cook with his track Everybody's Talking.
Everybody's talking at me. I can't hear a word they're saying. Only the echoes of my mind. People stop and staring. I can't see their faces. Only the shadows on their eyes. I'm going where the sun keeps shining through the pouring rain. I'm going where the weather suits my clothes. Banking off of the northeast wind, sitting on summer breeze, skipping over the ocean like a stone. Wow, 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 wow. 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 Wow, 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 wow. I'm going where the sun keeps shining through the pouring rain. I'm going where the weather suits my clothes. Banking off of the northeast wind, sitting on summer breeze, skipping over the ocean like a stone. Everybody's talking at me. I can't hear a word they're saying. Only the echoes of my mind. I won't let you leave love behind. I won't let you leave my love behind. Everybody's talking at me. Everybody's talking at me.
That's Everybody's Talking by East Coast country artist Ryan Cook. This next artist was nominated for Songwriter of the Year, Song of the Year, and Solo Recording of the Year, and was a showcase artist at the ECMAs last week in PEI. She also was a conference speaker and guest speaker as part of the award ceremony. This is Gabrielle Papillon with her track, With Our Trouble.
I crossed the ford with calculated meaning. Then I calculated how to bring you home. And when I stake my claim for you, the balance will be overdue, and the reckoning will hold you in your place. When I come through to comfort you, we will walk with our trouble. We will understand that all our grievances are buried. All the debts we paid are sand, and the gallery we stand upon was never meant to last. Is there anybody I can heal? Is there anybody I can heal? Who takes the mic to get their due? Who will hold the bag to comfort you? Who toes the line that no one moves? Who will storm the bank to come get you? Who will throw you a line when you're drowning in doubt? Bring in the boat when it comes to. Is there anybody I can heal? Is there anybody I can heal? Outside and held him down to hold his valor in my hands forever. And though we set our minds to running, we had not paid our dues. When I come through to comfort you, we will dance with our trouble. We will understand that all our grievances are buried. All the debts we paid are sand, and the gallows we have danced upon were never built to last. Is there anybody I can heal? Is there anybody I can heal? Is there anybody I can heal? Is there anybody I can heal?
That was Gabrielle Papillon and her track With Our Troubles. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to the Maritime Melting Pot Radio Hour here on CFTA 107.9 Tantramar Community Radio. It was a special episode this week, ECMA Showcase episode. So playing and talking about all the artists, nominees, and showcases that took place over the week, last week in Charlottetown, PEI. I want to thank the ECMA Awards. They always put on a great show. I try to make it every year. It's a time to see all that the East Coast has to offer for musicians and to showcase our talent on stage. So you always see artists you've been listening to for years, and you get to catch new artists. You get to see artists from away, like Sean Kirk from Australia. So a big shout out to the ECMAs for putting on a great show and entertaining the masses. With the warm weather brings festival season in the Maritimes, and I want to urge everybody to get out and support local and live music. You know, these artists count on people to come to their shows and see what they do, and that brings home the bacon for them. So we have tons of festivals on the East Coast throughout the summer. So possibly a festival show or two coming up for us where we showcase what music's happening here. But I urge everyone to get out and help keep live music alive. This next track is from a group from PEI. This is Gordy McKitham and his Rhythm Boys, and this is Song to a Young Seagull.
Don't let your mama love you too long. It'll make you weak instead of strong. What's righteous might be wrong, and what looks good ain't always best. When it's time to leave the nest, if you fail to pass the test, you'll be just like all the rest, and you'll be sorry. Don't let your mama feed you too much. She might get you in her clutches and be just a pair of crutches that you have to throw away. Then one sad day when your hair is turned to gray, you'll remember what I said and you'll be sorry. Now's the time to go before the cold wind starts to blow in any further in your bones. Now's the time to know if you've got half the strength to show, you'll surely make it all on your own. Your mama catch you giving in. If you wait for too much longer, those old apron strings get stronger and the feeling of your sin. Then the one you idolize won't be there to dry your eyes. She'll be somewhere in the skies without worry. Now's the time to go before the cold wind starts to blow in any further in your bones. Now's the time to know strength to show, you'll surely make it all on your own. Don't let your mama love you too long. It'll make you weak instead of strong. What's righteous might be wrong, what looks good ain't always best. When it's time to leave the nest, if you fail to pass the test, you'll be just like all the rest, and you'll be sorry. You'll be sorry. You'll be sorry. You'll be sorry.
That was PEI's Gordy McKinnon and his Rhythm Boys. Tune in next week on the Maritime Melting Pot Radio Hour for episode 2 of our special ECMA showcasing show. This is CFTA 107.9 Tantramar Community Radio. I'm Derek Beersworth.